Good evening, all of my friends. I'd like to introduce my name. My name is Salim Jafar, and I've been teaching English for a long time. I'm from Tamiria Senior High School, Surabaya. Today, in this golden occasion, I'd like to memorize what I joined yesterday, dealing with the virtual virtual meeting or virtual or webinar, virtual empowerment. Yeah, I don't know exactly. And one of the most important thing, I have to expose and express my gratitude to Mawardi University, and also Mr. Rafi, and also the Dinas Pendidikan Surabaya. And the most important thing, I also expose my greatest gratitude to Mr. Danjay Singh, or I forgot the name, and I got a lot of things from that webinar, and it was so mesmerizing because I know the essence of teaching actually, because all teachers usually transform the knowledge without knowing the essence of the teaching itself, and by having or joining kind of webinar, I got a lot of things, and I also could enrich my vocabularies. Everybody knows that teaching is a kind of experience. So I always do that whenever I'm teaching my students. I always ask my students to expose and also express their capability in front of their friends, to make them really know how to speak. And one of the most important skills that students are short of is speaking. And the second thing that I got is about teaching is also change. It's great, and also learning happens by what learners does, not what teachers do. That's what I underscore that. And then the last one that I got very stunned, the last one that I got very mesmerized, it was about 3V. 3V of I forgot. Sorry, 3V. The first one is visual, and then vocal, and and then verbal. Visual, vocal, and verbal. When I teach my student, the first thing that I ask about their condition, and also do they have a great feeling? Do they have a great kind of spirit to study? That's the most important thing. So I never press my students by giving them a lot of assignments. No, I hate it. And so I always use my eye contact when I'm teaching, when I'm talking with them. And then the vocal. Of course, when I teach, I always express my highest vocal, but it doesn't mean that I speak rudely. No, I don't. But because I always speak so loudly, but not rudely. That's the most important thing. And also verbal. Verbal is so essential, I think, for all of students, also teachers. So verbal belongs to speaking, perhaps, in my point of view. And I think that's all what I talk. I'm so sorry that actually yesterday when I was when I was joining kind of webinar, I was also doing my assignment. Thank you so much, and I do hope that tomorrow will be a more mesmerizing meeting. And thank you so much for Pak Ravi. And I think tomorrow we'll meet again, inshallah. And tons of thanks for all of my friends, all teachers from East Java. I think you are all the real heroes and heroines. Thank you so much, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.